What's up, NASCAR diecast fans? David Land here, bringing you a diecast review on this Valvoline 2-pack featuring Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s number 88 Valvoline Throwback from the 2015 Darlington Southern 500, and also Cale Yarborough's number 27 Valvoline. I believe it's a Buick. I should have looked this up, but just looking at the body style, I think it's a Buick, so I'm going to call it a Buick, and if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But this is a fantastic 2-pack that was given to me for Christmas as a Christmas present from my good pal Race Day 2011, aka Robby Noonan. He's a great guy. If you love NASCAR diecast, you should totally check him out. And he provided this to review for all you guys. So fantastic. Of course, you guys know, as well as he did, because it's a great gift, I love the throwbacks. I love the history of the sport. I love classic race cars. And I absolutely love it when there are awesome 2-packs featuring Valvoline cars. So just an all-around great set, and I'm really excited to take a look at it. So let's take a look at the box first. Of course, you've got the Valvoline colors, the primary colors that Valvoline usually uses. They use it significantly less these days, but the light blue, the red, and the dark blue looks fantastic. There's the cars in the package. Kind of a weird package, just kind of dinky cardboard with plastic. So essentially, this is NASCAR Authentics packaging. How about that? You got Dale Jr., Valvoline, and Cale Yarborough. You've got Choking Hazard, Action Silver Series. I guess it's not a Gold Series car. These aren't Gold Series cars. What makes it a Silver Series? I don't know. We'll find out. Here's some legal stuff on the back. Handcrafted in China. GM. You've got the whole hologram there with my face reflected in it. 88 and 27 Valvoline 2-pack, the NASCAR hologram. Then you got Dale Jr. standing in front of the Valvoline car with a very weird aero package. I'm not sure what's going on with that spoiler. That almost looks like the Indianapolis spoiler, but I'm not sure. Also, the ride height on the rear is so high. Looks like he's got monster truck tires on it or something. Then you got Cale in the background with his number 27. I'm still convinced that's a Buick, but I'm probably wrong. Then you got Action and the Action Silver Series. And since this isn't in a blister pack, I figure we'll just open it up right here. Let's see. Yeah, just go underneath here. The cardboard is kind of lost a bit of its shape. It's kind of flimsy, so this should be easy enough to get out. And there you go. So the first car is Yarborough's car, and already I'm very much liking this car. So there's Yarborough's car. We'll take a look at that second. And first, of course, we need to take a look at this. Dale Jr.'s number 88 Valvoline Chevrolet SS. Another reason I really like this set is because it gives me an opportunity to justify the fact that I own this silly NASCAR Authentics tribute hauler in the background that I reviewed just to show off a NASCAR or a Lionel NASCAR Authentics hauler. So there you go. There you've got the Dale Earnhardt Jr. Valvoline Darlington Throwback Tribute. Also, I guess this is a throwback to Yarborough, Cale Yarborough. I just kind of realized that. Put two and two together there. It's been a while since we've kind of talked about these 2015 throwbacks. I would definitely say this is probably the second best throwback, behind, of course, the Trevor Bayne that we never got in diecast form. So in diecast form, this is the best throwback that we can get from 2015. And it looks absolutely fantastic. Of course, you can see the old Valvoline logo from the 70s rather than the 80s. Well, I think they used this logo in the 80s, but it was certainly much more prevalent in the 70s. Of course, Walmart. Those of you who are longtime diecast people will remember everybody going wild over the fact that this car was available with a jug of oil. I don't understand the oil promotions particularly. I mean, props to the people who go out and buy a 30-gallon jug of oil that costs like $50 just to get a $7 diecast that'll be out later, because that takes some commitment. So props to them. But I can wait around. Usually, especially with very popular driver paint schemes, they'll be out later, so I don't worry about it. But yeah, you can tell the Valvoline logo is a little lopsided there, a little far off to the side. But aside from that, I think this is a really good looking car. Let's zoom out just a little bit so we can take a closer look at it. Of course, this will be really obvious with the hood decal, not very good, but I really do like the scheme. I don't know what the deal with the yellow splitter is either. I feel like that may be a Walmart thing. I don't know. You've got the cool stripes. I love the old Valvoline stripes as well. I mean, I said earlier that I was a really big fan of the what was that? The Jill DeFerrin paint scheme with the little V's and all that. Looks fantastic. But this stripe combination also really works. Definitely gives me Alistair Jr. 92 Indy 500 winner vibes with the way that's laid out. But I think it looks really, really nice. Of course, you got the Walmart logo there. I don't know how associated or how deeply associated Walmart was with this promotion. Can't really remember. It may have been that the jug of oil was a Walmart exclusive or something like that. And it's weird because Walmart was the company that decided to take on the Darlington Throwback wave from NASCAR Authentics. Unfortunately, that never showed up in any Walmart that I was ever in, and eventually I got some of the cars at Target. So that's kind of an interesting point to make. Not much to go over on this car. I'm sure most people have already talked about this car that are going to talk about it. So let's move on to kind of the main attraction of the wave, and it's the car that the one you're looking at right now is paying tribute to, Cale Yarborough's Buick? Alright, so the main attraction, Cale Yarborough's Buick out of its box. This is really, really a nice piece of diecast. This is actually my first classic NASCAR diecast I've received from Lionel. So I think it's a really nice car. And it's interesting that the quality on the classic cars actually surpasses the regular NASCARs that you would go and buy in your local diecast dealer or NASCAR Authentics or whatever, which is kind of interesting because the NHRA cars from NASCAR Authentics are much in the same way as this, because this car has rubber tires. Yes, indeed. We're going to show off those rubber tires here in just a second as we go all the way around the car. Very nice looking body. I do like the boxy looking NASCARs. I think they look absolutely fantastic, or I should say stock cars. Shouldn't say NASCARs. That's kind of a sweary word, or a bad phrasing. How about that? There you go, rubber tires. Which is interesting. Again, this is actually kind of similar to a Greenlight car than a Lionel, or at least what I'm used to. It's weird that the classic NASCARs and the NHRA cars get the rubber tire treatment, and while the NASCARs, which sell in much higher numbers than these classic cars or the NHRA cars, are stuck with the plastic tires. Probably a profit cost thing, and maybe they understand that collectors are much more interested in the intricate details, as you can see the rubber tire kind of coming off there. Much more interested in getting the intricate details right and having much more of a model rather than a potential plaything. So I guess they throw in that extra detail for us collectors. But yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. There's the bottom of the car. It's actually an EL mold car, which is interesting because a lot of the other molds that Lionel uses, from what I've seen, are on PTC. So this is probably an older car, so they put it on a different mold, or ship it out of a different factory, I should say. Interesting looking Valvoline logo. It's weird to see it in a non-italicized font. That's kind of similar to what Valvoline does now. And also what they kind of did in the late 2000s was when they kind of moved back to this non-italicized font, which is kind of interesting. The 27 looks fantastic, very classic, but very nice looking. Of course, I always find this funny. The hooker headers or whatever, I think it says. I don't know what it says. But yeah, it's always funny. Good old 76. Here's the interesting contingencies, of course. 76, STP, Champion, Spark Plugs, Die Hard. Don't you miss some of those contingencies? I feel like Robby ranting about contingencies, but I feel like it's kind of appropriate here. And of course, you actually have a bumper. bumpers, real bumpers. See, not fake bumpers, real bumpers, real bumpers on stock cars. Look at that splitter, or the spoiler too. Look how small the spoiler is. Well, this one's fairly small too. What am I talking about? But yeah, and of course, this car has about the aerodynamic properties of a brick. So the racing was pretty good back in these days because there was a big draft because, of course, you know, you can see the air is just going to hit this and just slow it down as it goes in a straight line. So you get a couple more cars behind, and you can get a really good draft without using restrictor plates. Kind of the theory that back in the early 2000s when the Truck Series did not use restrictor plates at the plate tracks. They didn't need to. Their aerodynamics were so bad that they naturally kept the speeds down without having to use restrictor plates, and frankly, the racing was a little bit better. But that's another rant for another day. I think this is a fantastic looking car, and let's go in for a close-up on both of these cars, and I'll give some final thoughts on the set. So, if you are a fan of throwbacks and particularly the history of the sport, especially so if you're a NASCAR fan, I think this is a great set to pick up. If you haven't gotten the Dale Jr. Valvoline car, this is a great way to get it because, of course, you also get the car that it's paying tribute to. And I think the Cale Yarborough car alone is probably worth the price of admission for this set. I think this set runs about $15, $14, $15. So I would say it's a really good deal at $7 a car, especially considering you get a classic car with rubber tires and a Dale Jr. car that's fairly rare, that hasn't actually been too saturated in the market, considering that it's really only come out as an oil can promotion. So I'd say it's a really good set if you are a Dale Jr. fan, a Cale Yarborough fan, a Valvoline fan, a Throwback fan. Pretty good set. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more NASCAR diecast content. That should be ramping up very soon. As soon as my stores start stocking the NASCAR Authentics again, there's 3 waves I've got to catch up on, and surely there will be more in the run-up to the Daytona 500. So, thank you guys so much for watching once again. Remember to leave a like on the video for the second time. I have to remind you of that because of YouTube's algorithms weirdness. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube, and we'll see you in the next video.